Hello, friends. We are on Alpha Bytes once again, and today we have the president, the Alpha president, Dr. Nilam Gada with us. Hi, Nilam.
Hello.
Welcome. So, friends, this Alpha Bytes is an ongoing series of conversation with the Alpha presidents to know them a bit more better, to understand the perspectives on various aspects of Rotary. And today we are going to be talking to Neelam. So, let me introduce Neelam to all of us over here. She is basically a dental surgeon. She's practicing dentistry. And while she's been doing dentistry, one of the things which has caught her attention and which has become a kind of a crusade for her is the anti tobacco movement. She's been into this big time, and because of this, she has actually formed one of the first cause based clubs in our district, which is the Addiction Prevention Club. So she's got her degree, obviously, and she's done advanced education in general dentistry from US and a lot of other certifications from various national and international organizations. She's been a frontline COVID warrior and head in charge of COVID Center at Marine Lines COVID Center. She's a certified transplant coordinator. She is the president of programming of a health based channel called 24 by 7 Wellness. She's been working with various NGOs on various issues of de addiction, and she's been invited as a speaker to many such forums. So, today we are going to listen from Neelam about her views on various aspects of Rotary as she sees them. And Neelam, let me tell you the questions that we are going to be discussing today, the topics that we're going to be discussing today are very crucial because our viewers, they have some thoughts about it. They would like to know what the district thinks. And since you are a leader of the district, your views definitely matter. So, are we ready for the
Yes,
conversation?
of course.
Great. It's almost like an adventure, yes, of course, because she is actually a sports adventure enthusiast. I was just talking to her and I was also stalking her on her social media. And I realized that she is into a lot of adventure sports, bungee jumping, and so on and so forth. So treat this as an adventure.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Okay. So you've been a dentist, then you have gotten into a crusade for tobacco and de addiction at the Rotary International. We take pride in being the key organization worldwide for having almost eradicated polio. So as a Rotarian now, what do you feel should be the cause that at the Rotary International level we should take up after polio?
Um, the most serious challenge that I see humanity is facing, suffering, and a lot of injustice happening is which is also causing kind of destabilizing the society or is um, causing a lot of destruction is climate change.
Mm-hmm.
It is disturbing the entire ecology. It has a major risk to the entire ecosystem and human beings as a whole. And hence, I think climate change is something which should be the major thrust to be taken up at Rotary International. Mitigation is absolutely urgently and desperately needed, I think. It's a cosmic problem, although it might seem very impossible. But I think the magic wand of Rotary can definitely do it. Also, because I think it interferes with the our area of focus, because beyond the ozone depletion and the global warming, it is of course going to affect the health conditions, bring in more poverty, food insecurities, etc. So I think that is one major thrust that in fact I think we should not be waiting for complete polio eradication. We are almost there, as you
Yeah, we're
mentioned.
almost there.
So I think it's very high time that we plunge into the next thrust and start planning towards it.
I think you've had this conversation with the Rotary International Board, and that's why they've added this as the seventh focus area,
Yes, yes.
environment. So here we are, the seventh focus area of environment is already there, and we have a crusader almost ready to take on this. But projects happen, the service projects happen at the ground level. So, as a Rotarian, what do you feel that we should focus at club projects, district projects, or international projects?
So, being a passport club, we have members hailing from mostly from Mumbai, but we have members also
You would
from.
take a moment to tell our viewers what is a passport club.
So, Passport Club is a club which, for whom membership is not restricted to any specific area or district. We have members from all across the globe, and hence we are a hybrid club. We meet online. We do meet physically once a month, wherever the members are in majority. For example, for my club, 80% of the membership is in Mumbai, so the Mumbai members meet physically once a month. Otherwise, all the meetings are online. So, being a passport club, we have extended or we have crossed the LOC for the membership. So, I think there is no valid reason to restrict ourselves to the geographic boundaries. As far as we realize that there is going to be an impact, we are going to make a difference. It doesn't matter whether the beneficiaries are local or global. It really doesn't matter. I think that is also the bottom line for. Probably the international clubs and districts, they kind of contribute towards global grants that we execute here. So there is we as a Rotarian look at ourselves as a big family, much beyond the
Mhm.
club level and the district level. So when we tell that let's make this world a better place to live, we never mention which corner of it. So
Absolutely.
I don't see projects as club or district or international. I am ready to cross the oceans to do something in some other in the other half of the globe. Thank you.
Wow, that's very inspiring. So, geography is now really history.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, great. So, but when we talk of internationality of Rotary, you come with a very different perspective. But international service as an avenue for small clubs,
Mhm.
you know, does it make sense? That so many of these small clubs don't even have enough of resources or enough of wherewithal to do projects in the local area.
Mhm.
So, do you think that for small clubs, we should take away international service as an avenue of service?
So tell me one thing, how does the size of the club matter when sometimes it just takes the passion and determination of one person to make an impact? In fact, we have so many stalwarts in our district who are like a one man army. So I think depriving any one member or a Rotarian, excluding him from the privileges or that the Rotary gives, and just on the basis of the size of the club to which he belongs is just not fair. I think for such clubs there should be more of hand holding wherever and wherever whenever it is required. So we celebrate diversity, equity and inclusion. So I think this should be running within the system as well, right? So you just can't exclude someone on the basis that you come from a small club. I don't think you can chop the little finger.
That's indeed very, very inspiring. So, smaller clubs who find that international service can be dispensed of with, here is Dr. Neelam. Call them to your club. She'll give a talk and make you believe that international service is the most important avenue of
So
service of
I would
Rotary.
like to add here that bigger clubs, I think they have say average membership strength of 85 to 100 members, but actually speaking there are only 15 members that are active. My club is a small club and we have those only 15 members in our club. So I feel the smaller clubs are more focused, more consolidated. We all are board members, so we all are working.
Wow. So that's good news for the smaller clubs. And I don't know what will our membership directors talk about this. So that's a different ball game altogether. We'll discuss with them separately on that particular part of it. So you just said in bigger clubs, many members don't attend, and they are largely people who have been in Rotary for long, who are so-called senior citizens, and they try to get themselves excused from attending the club. Would it make sense, do you think, that we carve out or promote clubs separately for these retired people who are well to do, wealthy enough, and they can have, I don't know, maybe a different cause based club for retired, wealthy people?
So, although I don't underestimate the power of wisdom and experience that these
Hmm.
retired individuals would bring, but I think the high energy, the flexibility, the ease of use of digital and technology can come in very easily with the younger generation. So, in fact, I have myself experienced it at a very larger programs that we have been doing for our projects, where we very closely and repeatedly collaborate with Rotractors, and it is fun to have them. There is a completely no complaint attitude. They are flexible towards new thoughts, and it is really good to work. In fact, in our club, we have a age range of 31 to 84, and I believe all are an asset to the club. So, and if you say wealthy individuals, so probably if you just want to raise funds and do uh, donating and equipment kind of projects only, then yes, it would work perfect. But if you actually want to have that satisfying first hand experience of doing service, actually getting onto the field and planting the saplings, or going to underprivileged sections and going to the slum pockets and actually hand holding the beneficiaries through the medical camp or something, then you will not find any volunteers. So it depends what is the uh, plan for the club. And however, I personally believe that there should be a blend or a combo of everybody, so that would work perfect.
So here is Neelam, who is a personification of diversity, equity, and inclusion. So whether it is youngsters, whether it is wealthy, or whether it is retired people, everybody together grants
Yes,
strength
have them
to
all.
Rotary. So here is a role model. Here is a brand ambassador on tobacco addiction, de-addiction, on climate change now, on diversity and inclusion, and a brand ambassador of a club as well. She has been a president earlier, now, and most likely she might continue another year. And that's a different story altogether, because she has created that niche for herself. She's kind of become the face of the club, the brand ambassador of the club. But Neelam, if we were to give you another brand ambassador um, to compete with you, and that brand ambassador is Sunny Leon.
Oh, you are blushing.
I'm not blushing. I wouldn't blush because you're sitting in front of me. Sunny is not around. So forget that. So if she were to become a brand ambassador for your club, what project would you choose her for to make her as a brand ambassador?
I think I would leverage her popularity and fame that she carries to kind of create a buzz and amplify the awareness, or eradicate the taboo and stigma that is connected with addiction, highlighting the fact that addiction is a disease and not a choice. And
Absolutely.
addiction, people who are addicted or are trapped in the shackles of addiction, they need to be given same care and empathy that we give to any other patient who is medically ill, or with cancer, or with any other heart ailment. So I think I would be very keen to tap on her humongous fan following and help uh, take her influence to educate the mass with a very hard, solitary message of not indulging into addictions to enjoy life. Probably this the message would go very clear, the reach would be wider, and awareness would be better, and obviously connect us to more people to support us for the cause.
So I am dead sure that with two role models and two brand ambassadors, one is Neelam and one is Sunny, I think addiction is going to be a thing of the past, at least in District 3141. So, friends, this is what we had on Alpha Bytes for you in this session with Rotarian Neelam. And it was a pleasure speaking with you.
Thank you.
And I would like to thank the Alpha Bytes team for putting it all together technically, conceptualizing it, and operationalizing and bringing us all together. So, thanks to the team and also to our district governor,
Yes,
Sandeep,
of course.
for coming out with offbeat ideas from time to time, and this being one more. It was a pleasure speaking with you. I'm sure you all enjoyed too, friends. Thank you.
Thank you.
We're people of action, committed, you and me. We serve to change lives. We serve to change lives. A change for the better. We are Rotary.